Good morning, students. In the continuation of chapter number 1, that is nutrition in plants, today class we are going to discuss about other modes of nutrition in plants. In last class we will study about parasite and insectivorous. In today's class, we were going to discuss further about other modes of nutrition in plants. First is your saprotropic nutrition and second is your symbiosis. So, we are going to discuss one by one about them. First is your saprotropic nutrition. So, normally, first of all, we will discuss about the saprotrop. So, first question arises that what is saprotrops? Saprotrops are the organisms which obtain their food from the dead bodies of other organism, and the most common saprotrops found in our surrounding are bacteria and fungi. To understand this, let us take an example that there was some dead body of any animal. Then our saprotrops, that is a bacteria or fungi, attack on it and release digestive juice. And by releasing the digestive juice, they normally break down the complex substances into simple one and obtain their nutrition from it. So, this kind of mode of nutrition where our organisms such as bacteria and fungi attack on the dead body and obtain their nutrition is known as saprotropic mode of nutrition or simply saprotropic nutrition. Let us discuss more about saprotroph fungi. Fungi is mainly grow under three conditions. First is your warm condition, second humid condition, and third one dark condition. So, for the growth of fungi, these three things are essentially required. So, where these three conditions are, we have the growth of fungi, and normally fungi are of two types. Some fungi are harmful or we can say useless for us, and some fungi are harmless and useful for us. Okay, let us consider the case when fungi is harmful for us. Have you seen bread? After some time, a green patches normally occur on this bread. These green patches are your fungi. Let me show you the case. So this is your bread and these green patches are your fungi. Okay, so this is the case when fungi is harmful for us or useless for us. Now consider to our second case when fungi is harmless or useful for us. Have you eaten mushroom? This is also a kind of fungi, but it is a useful fungi as it contains various nutrients which is useful for our body. Have you known about yeast? This is also another fungi which is mainly used in bakery for various purpose. So these fungi, that is your mushroom and yeast, they are useful for us and thus they will come under the category of useful fungi. There are some another fungi also which are widely used in the production of medicines. So this is all about the saprotropic mode of nutrition. Now move to our another mode of nutrition, that is a symbiosis. There are some heterotrophic plants or organisms which use symbiosis mode of nutrition. In this kind of mode of nutrition, normally some heterotrophic plants or we can say organism usually share shelter, nutrients and they live together. To understand this kind of mode of nutrition, first of all consider the case. For example, there is one person, let it be A, who have its shelter or we can say home to live. Now let us consider another person B who knew how to prepare food, but person A will not able to prepare food by itself. So person B know how to prepare food but he has not have shelter to live. So normally what happen, person A goes to person B and asks for the food that he prepare and at the same time person B says that I can give you the food prepared by him, but on the same side you have to share your home or we can say shelter with me. So in both the case they agree with each other. Person A will get the food that is prepared by B or we can say they share food with B, and at the same time a person A shares shelter with B. So normally they both have developed a kind of relationship between them. Same case happen in our this kind of nutrition mode of nutrition also. Now here we have one organism or we can say plant which have shelter with them. On the another side, we have another organism who has ability to prepare food. This organism needs shelter and other requirement, and these organisms require food for the survival. So they normally develop a relationship between them in which these organisms share shelter, provide essential nutrients to this organism, and at the same time these organisms, that is of case of bee, they normally share food that they prepare. So both are in a relationship with each other, and we name such kind of relationship a symbiotic relationship. In which we can say organisms share shelter, okay, and they live together, and they share and have nutrients with them also as per their requirement. Okay, so this kind of mode of nutrition is known as symbiosis mode of nutrition, and the relationship developed between these organisms is known as symbiotic relationship. Now to understand this, let us consider one example, that is the case of algae and fungi. Okay, and the symbiotic relationship developed between them named as lichen symbiotic relationship. In this case, we know that algae have chlorophyll in it, thus they were able to do photosynthesis process and can prepare their food by themselves. But at the same time, fungi are not able to produce their food themselves, as we have already discussed in our previous case. So normally what they do, they normally attack or depend upon other organism or plant to get their nutrients. So normally what happen, they both agree on the condition that algae who have food with them can share food with the fungi, and at the same time fungi who don't able to prepare their food themselves but able to provide shelter, water and other required nutrients to the algae. So both are in a symbiotic relationship and they are depend upon each other for their own benefit. So in this case, algae and fungi relationship named as lichen symbiotic relationship. Now let us move to our second example. Second example of symbiotic relationship can be seen between leguminous plant and between nitrogen fixing bacteria. First of all, we have to understand that what is leguminous plant. These are the plants which have seed in their pods. For example, your pea. Okay, if I draw a rough diagram of a pea, so the outer covering of pea is known as pod. Okay, and thus pea is known as leguminous plant. Another example of pea, another example of leguminous plant is your rice, your wheat, gram, and so on. So these are known as leguminous plant which have seeds in their pods, and normally such kind of plants have the nodules in their roots. For example, if I am making a rough diagram of it, suppose we have plant here. So these are known as root nodules, and in this root nodules, bacteria which is expert in nitrogen fixation, normally nitrogen that is present in our atmosphere, or we can say in our air. Okay, so they normally live in these root nodules, and what they do, for example, I am taking one example of nitrogen fixing bacteria that is known as rhizobium. Usually what this bacteria do, they normally take atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into soluble compounds of nitrogen and other required nutrients. Normally I am talking about the soluble compounds. It means that they convert atmospheric nitrogen that is always in a gaseous form into a liquid form of nitrogen, or we can say liquid form of compounds of nitrogen, and these soluble compounds are mixed in a soil, as our bacteria is live in the root and root is lying under the soil. So normally these nutrients is present in the soil, and plant take such kind of essential or required nutrients with the help of roots. And this kind of bacteria, that is your nitrogen fixing bacteria, also help farmer, as they provide required essential nutrients to the plants and save farm to use fertilizer or any other thing in order to provide fertility. So we can say these kind of bacteria or this kind of symbiotic mode of nutrition not help them but also help the farmer in various ways. So they were can say as a friendly bacteria or friendly microorganism. Okay, so this is all about the other modes of nutrition, and by this topic your first chapter is get completed. Okay, read it and watch it carefully. Thank you and have a nice day.